Now, because I did a video talking about this guy decided he wanted to chirp in. He said, "You look goofy. You're looking like a hater." And I equate everything with money. And this says no woman ever loved you. I've had plenty of women love me, starting with my grandmother and my mother. But I've had plenty of other women love me, dude. I understand how you feel, and I know your situation. And I'll get to that in just a minute, right? And Thomas, why am I worried about this man's woman? You see, the man doesn't have a woman. That's the problem. And no woman wants to be with that man because of what that man's ridiculous requirements are. Now, Crystal went in there and tried to hopefully get you to some level of understanding about me, having a woman, and maybe you misunderstood everything. But nope. You got to go all into your feelings and everything. Because your understanding is that I was saying that I'm bashing this man. Never bashed the man personally. I bashed the man's thought process, his character, his thoughts, which we're all able and should be able to do that because we have the freedom of opinion to be able to correct one another. Even though you claimed in a later comment that you checked me. Not necessarily. I'll explain that part in a little bit as well. But that what you do for a woman determines what she does for you. What are you, stupid? I mean, really? Because now I'm going to talk about you personally. Do you not understand how relationships work, how give and take works, how nobody just is going to live with you and take care of you without you at least providing something for them? It's a give and take in a relationship. You don't just get with somebody and it's like, okay, we're just together. No, there's something about the relationship that's a give and take for both of you. That's why y'all are together. But you wouldn't seem to understand that sort of thing. And talking about because he's an attractive man. Well, to somebody he might be. I don't see it, but to somebody else he may be. And that's fine. But I have no envy of another man. And although Crystal tried to explain it to you, you still just don't seem to understand that I was talking about the character of the person and not the actual person, their person itself. And you see this as a black on black crime when another black person corrects another black person or has an opinion about another black person. That is one of the biggest travesties that we have within our community, is the feeling that we have to support everybody on whatever their ideology is. And that is not a good mindset to have. Because before we can clean some other house, we got to keep our own house clean. As we fix one situation that's outside of our community, we have to also ensure that we are building a strong foundation. And a strong foundation is not built on men who are going out here expecting a woman to cook, clean, take care of the kids, work, and then pay half the bills. Do you understand the stress that you will put on a person, any person who has to do all of that while the other person sits around and does virtually nothing? And then that person is probably going to expect for that person, the other person, the woman in this sense, to bang him as often as he wants as well, and to club with him, party with him, drink with him, whatever they do for entertainment, is going to expect all of that as well. This woman is going to be freaking exhausted. Because although I won't put a picture of you on here, but I went and see, I check people out before I comment about them. You saying that I don't have a woman and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, you've never checked out any of my pages, so you don't know what I have or what my situation is. But then but I went and checked you out, bro. I went and checked you out. I hope they expunge your record one day. I don't know what you exactly went to prison for, and understand that you suffered on the cell block that you was on, and that's unfortunate. But you look to be about my age, and you have 6 kids, and there ain't no way in hell you gonna convince me, unless you show me some birth certificates, that all 6 of those kids are from the same woman. Yeah, you. My age dude look like your oldest son might be 19, 20 years old and already got 2 grandkids. And then you got 5 other kids that couldn't be no more than 14 on down. And those kids cannot have come from the same mother. So, don't throw stones and hide your hand. Don't throw stones and hide your hand. But it made me realize that you probably sympathize with this man. Because unfortunately, our justice system is such that a person who goes to prison and has a federal crime, it is very difficult for them to then work, start companies. Well, hell, you can't even get a business license in most states if you got that situation. Our justice system is unfair. And to people like you, it is very unfair. But for you to develop a mindset where you think it's okay for a man to lay up on a woman and let her do all the damn work of taking care of the kids, of cooking, cleaning, paying half the bills and working, and still expect that woman to bang you and to entertain you. That is a prison mentality. Your mind is still in shackles with that kind of bullshit. But that ain't the part that pissed me off the most. It is this weak-minded ass statement that you made up here. He even got weak male in the caption. Maybe that's what males do, but men don't. Yeah, because you're a man with all the baby mamas and all that sort of thing, right? Like, we don't wear pink shirts. Okay, so first of all, the shirt that I was wearing in that video was peach. You need to learn your colors. This is pink, sir. This is pink. And like Crystal said, men who are secure in their masculinity look quite smashing in pink. As I do, I even made sure I went and got my cowboy hat with the pink inlays in it just so that you can see it all, sir. You see, I have never had a problem wearing pink. I've worn pink on and off ever since I was in high school. Matter of fact, there was a time frame in the 80s where men wearing pink was all the rage, as they would say. But how immature must you be? And how much of a sheep must you be? That you would allow your fashion to define your masculinity based on what society in your general area may say. Did you know that ancient Romans, ancient Celts, ancient Zulus, other ancient Egyptians, did you know that they wore skirts? Did you know that ancient Egyptian warriors wore makeup? That kings wore makeup? Did you know that? Did you know that there was a time frame where it wasn't women who wore wigs, but men who wore wigs? And although that's kind of coming back with some of these dudes trying to cover up that receding hairline. But did you know that fashion consistently changes? Fashion has absolutely nothing to do with your masculinity. Color has absolutely nothing to do with your masculinity. These are things that society has said, this is what a man color is. You see, I'm different. I don't give a shit what society says. I don't give a shit what culture says. I'm gonna wear what I want to say, wear what I want to wear, and goddamn I don't like it. And do you think that a comment like yours is gonna make me say, "Oh, I can't wear pink. I can't wear pink because the ex-felon is gonna say something about my manhood if I wear pink"? I don't give two rat's asses about what you think about the colors that I wear in my masculinity. My masculinity is defined by my character. It's defined by how I take care of my family, it's defined by how I take care of myself, how I take care of my economics, and how I take care of my mind. That defines my masculinity. And yes, true masculinity understands how to nurture and to care so that you can allow for that part of you to truly make you into a man. You see, if you just run around rah, 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 all the time, you're not a man. You're a boy, straight up boy. And if you're allowing society to dictate what color makes you a man, you're a baby. You're a freaking baby. Because only babies allow themselves to be dressed by other people and decide what colors they should wear. And I'd be damned if I let any part of society decide what color I wear and how I dress or anything of the sort. Because I'm a full-grown ass man. And your comments, they don't bother me in that way. It is just the idiocy of your comments. That's what bothers me. But bro, before you come out here and focus on other people like myself, to which you are not intelligent enough to truly engage in, get your life right. Take care of all them babies that you got. Because I'm pretty sure that because our system screws over people who come out of prison, that you have a hard time paying for those 6 kids. And that those mothers are more than likely carrying the weight of paying for those 6 kids. That you're probably looking around and thinking that the only way that you can actually take care of those kids without those mothers is for you to do something else illegal, which will put you right back in the clink. I'd rather not see you go into prison again. I'd rather you stay out. Those kids are small. They need a good father figure around them. Why don't you try to be that? Try to be that. And hopefully none of your kids will repeat your mistakes. And hopefully none of you, and you got a bunch of daughters. So you basically tell me you don't mind if your daughters was working, paying half the bills, cooking, cleaning, taking care of all the babies, and then got to bang whatever food that they got with? That's what you would want for your daughters. That's some weak ass shit. And you a pab, bro, on that one. Straight Pab, P-A-B.